You are about to get unstuck and move toward what you truly want. I'm going to coach you through it. That's what this video is. I set up a group coaching session where you can follow along, and I'll walk you through and out of your hurt, frustration, or stuck feelings. I'm excited that you've joined us for this coaching experience. I'm going to share a little bit about the coaching session so you're familiar with this process I'm using. Then the video will transition you into the actual group coaching experience. We have parts of ourselves: the confident part, the silly part, the unsure part. Today we're going to listen to the part of you that is hurting, that feels stuck, that gets triggered. If being overwhelmed is something that you often feel, then you're going to love the beautiful insights that come from the coaching demo with one of the ladies in the group. Whatever area that you feel stuck in, I'm going to take you through questions and experiences so you can learn from the part of you that hurts, so you can move towards freedom and what you truly want. That stuck, hurt, frustrated part of you has so much good information. Until this information is heard and honored, it's not going to stop hurting. We're going to take these feelings and transform that information so you can move to the next level of your greatness and create a life that lights you up. You're going to need something to write on and to write with, so please pause the video, grab that, and come back. If you want to truly make change in your life, please plan to spend the next 40 minutes with me and the group, working through and up-leveling that part of you that continues to hurt. You will feel so much better and refocused by the end of this video. During the coaching experience, when the group pauses to write, I'll instruct you to pause the video and to write. Let's start off by becoming present with this moment with a centering meditation. Let's take a deep breath and allow yourself to relax and to connect with your inner wisdom. I invite you to shut your eyes. Relax your body. Take a breath and allow the exhale to move through your body. Shake out any tension or tightness in your body. Imagine magic massaging fingers that are massaging your shoulders, your back, your calves, your feet. Now move to any place that feels tight and allow this part of you to relax. Now picture a nature scene that helps you feel relaxed. Feel yourself there. Allow your body to relax 2 times more. We're gonna on something that has continued to feel triggering to you, or something that's frustrating that just keeps coming up for you where you feel stuck. And then we're also going to tap into a part of you that feels confident and that is coming from the highest part of yourself, a place of love, a part that feels the greatness that is you. Okay, so we're going to focus on these 2 parts of us. And we're going to allow these 2 parts of us to speak to each other in order to learn from each other. And then we're going to integrate both views into our being, and that's going to help guide you to where you want to go. First question: what is something that feels the most upsetting to you right now? What is something that you want to avoid? Think about this and then write that down. Now let's look at it from a different, let's kind of flip it, and then not what don't you want, but what do you want? What do you want? What do you want to achieve? What do you want to create? Now we're going to go back to the upsetting, the frustrated, the hurt part of you that you want to change, and we're going to really feel what that feels like. So I want you to think about this thing that you don't want, and I want you to allow yourself to just feel it. Allow it to be there. We're not going to try to push this away. Like, feel what this feels like. Whatever's upsetting, let's just allow it to be there. Just really feel into it. And then where do you feel this in your body? Typically, we can feel, if we pay attention, think about what it is, think about why you don't want it, And where do you feel it in your body? Because this is where we've stored it in our subconscious, and this is why we can't get, why it's not going away, because it's integrated into our nervous system. So where do you feel it in your body? And then let's really allow this part of you to share. After you've truly listened to this part of you, you can feel it. Okay, what do you want to say? You're here. I'm not going to push you away. What is it that you need? What do you want to share with me? Like, allow that to really happen, and then write down whatever comes up. But really connect with it in your body and the feeling of frustration or whatever it is that you feel. So some people really like to name this part of them. Some of my clients do, some of my clients don't. So if some name comes to you, we're going to call this part of you, because this isn't all of you. This is a part of you. And some people really like to. I will be calling it the hurt part of you, but we want to make sure that we're not choosing anything that feels degrading. Like, we want to value this part of you, because this part of you has all the information that you need to move you to your next level. So we got to honor this part of you, so it can't be something derogatory. Just if a name doesn't come up, names don't come up for me. I just say the hurt part of me or the scared part of me. So if something comes up, write that down, because then if it comes up again, you can chat with that little part of you and give it a name and value it. But it doesn't come up for me, so I just call it the hurt part. Okay, so are y'all ready to play with me? We're going to play a little bit, okay? So you have two options for our play, okay? We're going to focus on the hurt and allow it and honor it, and then you're going to have the highest, the one that we connected with in the meditation, okay? And so some people, I have them have two hands, and I usually rest them on my legs, and you're going to allow two precious yous, the hurt one and the most amazing, on point, awesome part of you to speak, okay? And then, like with Kelly, like a lot of times I'll do, she's done this before, where I will just adjust my body a little bit so that I can fully embody it. So when I am the hurt part, maybe shift a little bit and allow that part of you to speak, and then just turn. You can just turn just a little bit. We're gonna have our eyes shut. Somebody's gonna see you, so you're not gonna like look weird with your hands, whatever. So you just decide whatever it is you want to do. So now we're gonna focus our energy, and we're gonna go back to embody that loving part of you, the resourced, that highest, most amazing part of you. So either have your hands out, envision amazing you, or shift your body, whatever makes sense to you. So I invite you to shut your eyes and feel into that part of you that you felt during the meditation. Allow the love that is you and surrounding you to be present. In a moment, you're going to respond to what the hurt part of you had to say. And as you come from a place of love, remember that love does not try to get rid of any feelings, and it honors all of it. Love listens and learns, and it leans in and it embraces and offers a higher perspective. So I'm going to ask you a question. You're going to keep your eyes closed, and the loving part of you is going to share with the hurt part of you. After you've shared, you can open your eyes and write down any answers that you have. So writing helps integrate it into our nervous system. So here you are. You are love. You are confidence. You are fully embodying your highest self. Breathe into your magnificence. So what would you like to say to that hurting part of you? Think about what the hurting part of you had to share. What does the hurt part of you need to hear? Share with the hurt part, and then write down what you shared. Okay, so what's going to happen now is you're going to allow these two parts of you to have a conversation. So you've started one, but we need to really filter anything else out. You are going to just allow them to speak. What is the highest part of you? What does it want to say to the hurt? And then what does the hurt say? But no, what about this? And and then you honor what it's saying, because this would not continue to come up if this wasn't a part of your beliefs, all your past stuff. Okay? So we really have to honor the hurt because that's where all your amazing information is. So let's just take a breath and come back in, shut your eyes, put your hands out, however you're doing this. Allow a conversation, and then when it feels like you've had kind of natural resolution, then you can open your eyes and write. But let's just take some time and chat with those parts of you. All right, my dear. Okay, anything is welcome. Let it come. It's all good. It's so good information, okay? It's the information that you need, okay? So, what is something that feels upsetting to you? So what are you feeling right now? What do you want to avoid?
I'm just constantly stressed.
Yeah.
And overwhelmed.
Yeah. And how does that manifest in your life? So
into chaos.
Yeah. Yeah.
I have a lot of chaos in my life.
Yeah. That's hard. And that's hard, I hear. Yeah. Chaos makes us feel out of control and we're not connected with that higher self. Were you able to connect to the higher self? Okay, good. Okay, good. Okay, so now we're going to reframe it. We know we don't want chaos. We don't want to feel overwhelmed. So what do you want?
I want peace.
Yeah. And what does peace look like? What is peace going to look like in your life?
It's going to look organized.
Okay.
And on top of things.
What does on top of things mean?
Just not constantly feeling like I'm behind.
Mm-hmm.
And just like I've got my stuff together.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I'm always late. You know, I don't want to be late.
Mm-hmm. Have you ever felt in your life where you felt like you were organized, you showed up on time, okay? So you have a reference.
I mean, I'm not late
point.
for my meetings.
Yeah.
But,
Okay, so what's going on with your meetings that you can show up to them on time? What are these skills that you have?
I think it's just because it's my provider. It's how I provide.
It's mandatory. Yeah, you got to show up for that. Okay. Yeah. Awesome. Okay. So let's go back to the frustrating and hurt part of you. Okay. And you're going to allow yourself. I really want you to feel it. And I know that you were feeling it before, but this is how we work it out because it's been in here, right? You can feel it.
It's all
You can feel it, right? And so we got to help. We got to help it out. Okay. So think back. You feel overwhelmed. You feel it's just too much. I'm showing up late to everything. It just feels chaos. What is this? I don't want this. Okay, so let's feel it. Out of control. Feel it. Just really feel it. Allow it. It's okay. If it cries, it's okay. It's just we don't love this. Okay? So where do you feel this in your body?
in my neck, in my shoulders, in my back, in my stomach.
Okay, so I want you to allow that to be there. One of the things that we want to do is when you feel something, your body is trying to talk to you. Your subconscious, everything that we have stuck in our nervous system, that's your body's only way to talk. So allow it to be there for 90 seconds and it'll start to naturally dissipate for a little bit. If you can just allow it, because it's okay. Your body is trying to tell you, hey, this doesn't work for us. We got to figure this out. But a lot of times we just push it away, which makes it even worse, and it's going to manifest in some different ways, okay? So let's allow it to be there. So I want you to feel back into your neck, feel it. You can be here, honey. I want to learn from you. What does that part of you have to say? What is something more that this part overwhelmed, hurt?
It's just tired, it's exhausted, it's sore. It just wants to do nothing. It wants to just rest. And it just wants to just back away from like all my responsibilities.
And so how does that show up in your life when you feel this way? How do you show up?
Just a mess. Just like things are disorganized in my life and it just causes more stress.
Does it affect your family? How does it manifest there?
It affects sometimes my relationship with my daughter. It's because I get stressed and then I get upset with her.
Yeah. Do you ever let her know what's going on with you?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I share with her that it's a lot. I've been taking care of her and providing for us time.
Yeah.
And I don't have anybody to help.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
do not like a partner,
Yeah.
you know?
Yeah. I know it's hard when you feel like it's just me. I was single for a long time and it feels overwhelming and you have to do all of it. And yeah. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm just tired.
Yeah. Yeah. And so we just want to honor that part of you. This is natural, right? You're trying your best. You're killing it in most areas of your life. And, this is natural and it's okay. And when we feel this way, I'm going to give you some strategies when I work through it, but it's going to come up again. It's okay. So we want to love on that part instead. Just be open to really loving on it instead of like, this feeling is coming again. You know what I'm saying? And this is overwhelming. And then it takes you down into a negative spiral because all it is really good information about where you're at and what's going on. And it's great information that we can do something with. Okay? So now we're gonna stick our hands out again, okay? And I want you to shut your eyes. Okay, and let's connect back with the most amazing part of you. You are so successful in so many areas of your life. You have this amazing group here. They love you. You have so much love in your life. Just think of all the blessings that are you. So let's connect back to that love. Feel it in your heart. You're amazing. Okay? So what is that highest part of you? The part of you that is connected to Source, to God, whatever it is that you call that you are its precious child. You are the image and likeness of this amazing love. What does this highest part of you want to say to this little hurt part of you?
Just that it's okay just to take baby steps, and it's okay to just breathe and take some time to just relax, but at the same point in time just try to accomplish one little thing. Like you are so successful in so many areas, and you can be that in these areas too, but you just have to believe in yourself, and you just have to have faith and just push yourself a little more, and try not to procrastinate, and just give yourself a little challenge like you do when you are working with one of your clients. Like every step you make and you succeed at, give yourself a little pat on the back or something, because it's the same feeling that that I get when I'm on the next the next yard line with getting to the next step with a client. It doesn't happen overnight. It takes time, it takes patience, and you keep going. You don't stop. And this should be the same situation where you just keep going, but it's just little baby steps, and be okay with that.
Okay, I want you to shut your eyes again because I want us to be really present with this. Okay, amazing, right? You know exactly what you need. I couldn't have said anything better to you. That was amazing. Okay, now let's focus in on the hurt part. Does the hurt part have a rebuttal? Is it like, but?
A little bit. It's like, but I'm so tired. But I'm so tired. I keep going and going, and I just want to rest, and I just want to do nothing.
Yeah. Okay, what is the now the highest part of you is so loving. Picture this hurt part is like your little 5-year-old self that is like, I just want to rest. I'm just tired. I'm overwhelmed. What? Let's love on that one. What is the highest part? Love on that little one.
Just to not put so much pressure on yourself. And it's okay to rest, but you do need to move forward, because you don't want to be stuck in this place forever, because you don't like this place, and it's not good for you, and it's not healthy for you. And if you just move a little bit, you'll be in such a better place.
And so can the hurt part hear that?
Yeah.
Hurt part can go, okay, I agree with you.
Yeah.
Yeah? Are there anything else that the highest part of you would like to share with this part, or that the little one's like, okay, well, how do we do this? You know, we're going to talk through that in a minute. But is there anything else that they want to say, because we want to get them together? Do you feel like they're a little bit more together, or are they still far apart?
I think they're together.
Okay. So, I mean, did you hear yourself? Did the little hurt part, like, you have all your answers?
Yeah.
You have all your answers. Okay, so we are going to do some more with that now that you have, you've come together. So with everybody had a little conversation, do y'all feel like that you're at least a little bit closer together? So now that we can take this really good information and let's take some action so that we can do something. We don't have to stay in it. Okay?
Awesome.
Okay. So one of the things before we do that I really want to do, that I do with all my clients, is called compassionate self-forgiveness. I'm going to give you all some examples. Compassionate self-forgiveness allows any judgment, because when you're in this hurt, you've probably been judging that part of it, and we're just going to release that. We're going to have so much compassion with that, because it was trying its best, right? That hurt part of you, it's trying its best. So we want to have compassion and love on that and just release it. And then state what the truth is, because that's not really the truth. That's through a hurt perspective. Okay? So this is what it sounds like. There's two kind of different ways you can do it. It says, I forgive myself for the misunderstanding that. So it can be, that I'm not doing my best. And then also another part of it you can do, I forget, and I'm gonna help y'all write this down in a second. I forgive myself for judging. You could say, I forgive myself for judging myself as not living up to the same standards that in my personal life that I do. I forgive myself for that. After you forgive yourself, or you for the misunderstanding or for the judgment, then you're going to say the truth. And the truth is, I'm just doing my best, and I'm going to hurt sometimes, but it's okay. I am resourced. I know what to do. It's okay. I'm going to love on that part of me. But here we go. We're going to take it to the next level, because I'm not going to stay there, and it's okay when I feel that way, but it's good information. You don't have to say all that, right? I'm going to give you an example of one. It says, I forgive myself for buying into the misunderstanding that something's wrong with me since I didn't hit my goals at work. The truth is, I'm just learning and have never done this before, so it's normal not to know, and I'm getting better every day. Okay? And so one of the things that sometimes my clients don't get is they think they're forgiving somebody else. This is not about anybody else. This is about you. Some misunderstanding that you have claimed as a truth, or something that you need to forgive yourself with. So let's write this down so that you have it. So I forgive myself for the misunderstanding, and I have more paper someplace, yep. For the misunderstanding that, and leave some space. So I forgive myself for the misunderstanding that, and then the truth is. That's where you're going to state from the highest part of you, what's the truth? And then you can also frame it as, I forgive myself for judging myself as. So maybe just write, judging myself as. And in fact, let's do one of these together so that y'all can kind of see what this looks like. Does anything come up for you that you need to forgive yourself?
Just that I forgive myself for the misunderstanding that I always have to have it together.
Yeah.
That I always have to be put together and have my life together.
Yeah. What's the truth?
The truth is that, this is just something that you have to do on a day-to-day basis, and you just have to, give yourself grace and give yourself time and space to, to grow and to learn and to just, be patient with yourself and just keep trying, but just don't always be so hard on yourself.
Yeah, just love on yourself some more. You're very loving, so you would do that for yourself.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, we want to do 3 of these. So you want to take different aspects of kind of what came up for you. Okay, so let's take some time and do that really quick. Sometimes when we say things like, oh, I'm overwhelmed, well, Are you, or is it just a whole story that comes along? Oh, I'm gonna be late and that means this and this and this and this and this. So really, if you didn't have all this story behind it, then you really wouldn't be overwhelmed. You'd go, okay, I'm gonna do this first, and then I'm gonna do this. And that's all I'm gonna get done today. And you don't have any stories, then you don't feel as overwhelmed. All right, so we want to integrate what you've learned into, because this has been great information, so now let's take some action, okay? Think about what's come up. What is some valuable information that can help you move forward with intention? What have you learned? What are the new thoughts, the new beliefs? What is something that you can take moving forward that's going to support what you want? So we're now in the planning action phase. So we're in the planning action phase. Okay. You got this information. You've had some ahas. You have some connection. You've honored that part of you. Okay, now what you're going to do with this information? Okay, how are we going to move forward? What is some valuable things that you can do? What are you going to do? I mean, what's the new thought that you want to hang on to when this comes back up? You want to challenge some beliefs? What steps could you take to move you towards what it is that you want? Then let's just further this. Let's come up with a real game plan. Like, what are you going to do? What are like 5 things that you can integrate into your life? Do you need more knowledge? What is it that you need that's going to facilitate you being successful? What are you going to do this week? What are you going to do next week? What are you going to do when this happens? And then I want you to look at what you have listed. What are you going to do in the next 24 hours? What are you going to do tomorrow? You can either circle what you already have or write down what are you doing tomorrow with this new information, with this new perspective to move you towards your goal. We have an action step for the next 24 hours. Now let's think about, this hurt's going to come back. What are you going to do? What are you going to do when this hurt comes back? We need to have an action plan. We need to already know what we're going to do. What are you going to do? This is your toolkit. You're creating your toolkit so that you are prepared. Because the highest part of you always knows what to do. And you connected with that part. So allow that part to set your game plan for when this comes up. And remember, a part of it is you gotta love the hurt because it's just good information. But we're not going to stay in the hurt. We acknowledge, honor, and love, and bring it with us. Bring it with us to our highest part. This is going to come up again, right? This is why I do coaching for 3 months. Because we're going to have ahas, but when that comes up, when those situations that you have programmed comes up, you're going to feel the hurt. This isn't magically going away today. We're going to set up a toolkit. And so you got to have a game plan. Because so with my clients, we have our what are we doing, but they can talk to me anytime during the week, right? If they're struggling, I can get them back. I know what their highest part, they've told me what their roadmap is. It's not me. They've told me. So I'm going to be there, remember, and so I walk them through that. And then I'm going to see them the next week. And we're going to debrief all of this, and we're going to come up with a new game plan because their highest self knows what to do. I'm not going to be with y'all. You got to love on that part of you because that part of you is all the years of all the things and all the stories that you've attached to all of the things. And so it's like a little kid, this little part of you that's trying their best, or maybe they're trying to protect you, or this is a story. So you got to love that part. You can't be like, whatever. You got to be, okay, good information. Okay. It's all good. I hear you. Okay. So remember whatever you said. You got to have a game plan in place. I will put these things on my phone. I have those voice notes. All of my clients have voice notes and stuff in their phone. We have our toolbox in our phone. So if you want to go home tonight and you have what's your game plan, voice note the highest part of you talking the hurt part of you back up the ladder. Because sweetheart, here's the truth. And whatever your truth is, have that ready. I have it all the time. I have so many of them. All right, let's get back in alignment with God, because you're not seeing things through God's eyes. You're not connected to God in any way. This is how I function in life. And okay, let's get there. But it's okay, because it's good information. What's going on? What's going on? You know, and a lot of times it's just, I just listened to all this crud that somebody else, and I got sucked in a little bit, and so now I'm in a lower vibration. And so, of course, hurt's going to come back because I'm down here. I'm not up here in my higher perspective. Sometimes it's just sleep. Sometimes it's not any huge thing. Sometimes it's just things that we can manage. Sometimes it is huge things. Sometimes it's like, oh, that triggered that story that I believe that my dad said back in the day, and you gotta, here's the thing for this. This is not a part of this tool, but this is what you do when all the BS stories come, okay? You say, you love on that part of you, but you're not that little one anymore. You're not the one who went through the divorce who was like, what is happening? You have grown so much. You're not that. You've had all these experiences. You're here now. And now you can talk to that one because you're not the same person. And so you can love on, oh, I know that's coming back up. But look at all we've learned. Look at all we've experienced. Now, click your voice note. All right, it's going to be bring you back up. But love on that part of you. It just hasn't been integrated yet. It still has a voice. But the more you do this, you're going to bring it up here. When I see my, the lady that my ex-husband had, I'm remarried and we've been separated. We've been divorced for, I don't know, like 14 years, okay? But I knew right from the beginning, I was like, okay, obviously we're not in alignment anymore, okay? And I heard God say, I've got something so much better for you, okay? It took 6 years, but those were magnificent 6 years if I chose to look at them that way. Some days I didn't. Some days I was on the floor crying, what in the heck is going on, right? But I had this, I intuitively did this. This is actually a coaching thing to have this, but I intuitively did this because I was like, I'm not going to be there because that's not the truth. I'm just in a bad mood. The ex and the lady that he had an affair with, who he's still with, who y'all, I'm so grateful for her. I could not be more grateful for somebody, and I can go into all that later. See, this is what I'm talking about. Like, if I just roll and I don't stay on topic. So anyway, I don't even know what I was saying, but we're going to move on. So I'm going to close this process with a grounding meditation to integrate this great knowledge, this most amazing part of yourself, into your nervous system. Because we want to allow the hurt part to integrate into the amazing part. We're just going to do a shorter version of what we did before. So if you'll just take a deep breath and just relax, shake it out. I invite you to shut your eyes. Take a deep breath. And after we relax and integrate, we're going to create a movie in our mind, okay? Let's feel our eyes. Feel your eyes. Feel your eyes relax. Allow them to relax. Allow your shoulders to drop. And just relax. And let's tap back into the love that is you and surround you. Relax and just feel this love move through your body. So we're going to create a movie in your mind, keep your eyes shut, based on your new perspective, the new learning, and coming from this higher part of you. And I want you to see yourself living your up-leveled experience. This is the up-leveled you. This is the up-level part of your life. I want you to feel into this new way of being. What are you doing? How are you moving through life? Who's with you? Look around and smile because you are living this life that you want. You're loved, you're loving, you're lovable. Life is working for you. You know what you need to know when you need to know it. Infinite intelligence is always available to you. Listen and allow. You're blessed and you are an amazing blessing. This or something better for the good of all. Take a breath and open your eyes as you feel led. Allow anything that keeps coming up. It's all good. Love on that part of you. All right, so now we're going to really take it up. Okay, so we're going to integrate all of this into our nervous system. And we're going to do a partner experience. We're not quite there yet, Kelly. Not quite yet to that one. Okay, yeah. Okay, so you are going to, we envisioned your life. You're going to take all of what you want it to look like, how you're going to feel, all the blessings, you're going to take all of that. And y'all are going to now support each other. You're going to get in partners. What you're going to do is you're going to start sharing what your dream is, what you want it to look like, when you are at ease and flow and in alignment and cruising through your personal life. When I said, what are you doing? Who's with you? What's going on? You're going to be like, it is real. It happened. Guess what happened? I did it, like whatever it is. You're going to live it because we want this to become more familiar to you than all the other stuff, because we have to see it, imagine it, feel it, so that our nervous system is like, oh, this is what we're doing. And then your friend is gonna play along in your dream with you. So like if Kelly was doing it, I don't know what she focused on, but let's say she focused on her new job. And she's like, yes, and she's telling me all this stuff, and then I'm like, oh my gosh, and I know, in Marketing Magazine, I saw you got an award, I'm not, it's gonna flow. If that doesn't make any sense, then I wouldn't say that, but just flow with it, right? And be like, or you can just be like, congratulations, I can see that, because you can see the big picture and you are just so amazing. So you're just helping to pump them up and allow them to expand into the fullness of it, because the more we can feel into it, envision it, and really feel it in our nervous system, then we're programming, instead of going back to the past, we're programming it here. It has to become familiar for it to be a part of your life. Okay, so we're making it familiar. So we're going to do each side for 5 minutes. And 5 minutes could feel like a long time when you're in it, but just go to another avenue. Just expand to something else. Dream. What do you want this to be like? I want you to each go for 5 minutes where y'all now you're going to take what you just did, this dream, okay, and we're going to reconnect with it. And then movement is how you integrate things also into your nervous system. So Kelly is going to play a song. I want everybody to find some space. We're going to stand up, okay? Find your space. Find some space where you can dance. You can jump up and down and sing, okay? But we're going to embody that, and you are going to live into it as you sing, dance, whatever. And we are going to have some fun with this. Here we go. See yourself. You're there. Shut your eyes. You're living that life. That dream is happening. Feel what you feel. You're there. You're there. You're there. Feel it. What's happening? You got it. Here we go. Fly and let it shine. Just on the night, like the 4th of July. 'Cause baby, you're a firework. Live it, feel it. See yourself there. Make it go on. As you shoot across the sky. You shoot across the hope you played along with us and you allowed your dream to expand and integrate into your nervous system so that this new feeling becomes more familiar to you than those old stories. Remember to create your toolkit and your voice notes on your phone. Record yourself lovingly talking to the hurt part of you, honoring the hurt, and then sharing the truth as you walk the hurt part of you up to your highest perspective that knows the way forward into living your dream. After you're in alignment with the highest perspective, you must take action. You outline your action steps. If you haven't already, set an alarm on your phone to remind yourself to take action in the next 24 hours. Then you're going to set another alarm for the next day to take a little bit more action. Your habits and actions are your path forward towards living a life that lights you up. The more you take action, the more that you have evidence that you are that person living that life that you want. Then this becomes more familiar to you than that old version, and your body, mind, and spirit become cooperative components in continuing your path forward towards your dream. Rewatch this video with the next stuck thing that comes up into your life. This system works, you just have to work the system. If you want even more support and are interested in finding out about one-to-one coaching with me, please click the link below that will take you to shannoncorporon.com. If you have stories that are not serving you, that you can't seem to transform, please watch my video about changing your stories and it'll change your life. I will help rewire and up-level those stories from your past that keep pulling you down. I'd love for you to join me each week through my videos, so please subscribe to this channel and turn on your notifications for the next video that will help you live into the blessing that is you and love your life. If someone comes to mind that would be blessed by this video, please share it with them. Remember, you are blessed and you are a blessing. Let's live that life. See you in the next video. Love surrounds you.